This is coming to you from Aviation Radio Station. The year is 2045. Who started this? I don't know. But it's a crazy tournament of cool battles in the sky. Aviation Battle Championships begin! Proud warriors of the world skies gathered in hopes of winning the prize. Eagle Jam, Muscle Brothers, Hex Candy, 8-Bit Beat, Shameless Cats, Pizza Fat, Golden Knight, Bengo Jets. The aircraft are famous warplanes of bygone times. Even though they're propeller planes, don't underestimate them. P-51D Mustang, P-38 Lightning, Messerschmitt 109, Spitfire and MK5. Hey you! Do you think you can ride these wild horses?
What is up everyone, my name's Al from GamesRib, and today we're going to be taking a look at Propeller Arena. That's right, by AM2, aka, that's right, the Sega department that was behind most of the decent arcade classics. And that's right, Propeller Arena was a game that actually never got properly released. It was never a real full release, but it was found a few years ago, and let me tell you, this one is awesome. If you love Crazy Taxi, if you love Jambo Safari and you love things like that, I think you're going to like this one. Let's take a look.
Presented by Sega.
So this is it guys, this is Propeller Arena. Like I said, a fantastic game by the people who obviously did games like Crazy Taxi and all of the real classic, decent Sega
Propeller
arcade
Arena.
hits.
Aviation
And this is one of them. I
Battle
think you're going to like it.
Propeller Arena.
So the game has quite a few different sort of points here. You can obviously do championship, you can do quick race, you can, well, to be fair, it was even meant to have online play. Now this doesn't actually work at the moment. I don't know if there's ever going to be a working version, obviously, because, you know, Dreamcast Online right now is growing pretty damn rapidly, so I think this would be a good case for a game like this to go online, but hey, who knows. Now there's obviously a decent lineup as you'd normally have as these kind of quirky characters you get in Sega games. We've got Eagle Jam, we've got Shameless Cats, we've got Muscle Brothers, and we've got Pizza Fat. We've also got Pengo Jets, 8-Bit Beat, Hex Candy, and Golden Knife. Now you can clearly see all of these are very, very Sega type characters. They've all got their quirks, and that's what makes them really, really awesome. Everyone has a different plane. Although I can't say I'm overly sure that the planes feel all that different when trying them, but hey, they look different, you know, and at the end of the day, that's kind of how what we saw in Crazy Taxi, is they look different, although they didn't massively change the way they felt, or kind of drove. But this is it, Propeller Arena. Now, straight off the bat, you're going to be like, now what the hell is the point of this? Now, here it is, laid right out for you. What you have to do is basically shoot each other down. That's right, you are going all out to shoot as many people down as you can. Now, it feels kind of like a bit of a combat simulator, combat flight simulator. If you like those type of games, you're gonna love this. It's not trying to be ultra realism, it's not that at all. It's done in a fun arcadey way, which really does make this really enjoyable. It's got the quirks, you know. The other thing that I really do like, apart from the character design, is the fact that it's still very colourful, it's very joyous. For a game that, let's face it, if you're really shooting each other down in planes, would that really be a very serious game? Probably not one that everyone would want to get behind, but, you know, really, really cool. Now, obviously, when you lock onto characters, you'll get an X, so when you're basically, you know, straight targeting on them, gets you to go X, which zooms in, and then you can fire as much as you want until you take them down. So many different features here straight off the bat. Now, talking of cool features, you may not already know, but it did actually support Rumble Pack as well, which kind of made it even more immersive. You got to say, for a game like this that is meant to be arcadey, it really does look quite stunning. Now, the game was officially meant to release in the year 2001, and obviously we're talking I believe it was meant to be September or October that year. In fact, September 19th, that's right, 2001. Obviously, 8 days before it's released. Obviously, the tragic Twin Towers event obviously unfolded, and yes, that's right, obviously the game got canned because there is a level later on where you can actually crash into towers. So the game did get shelved. I believe that is the only reason why it did get shelved, but here it is, obviously playing it now. So it did eventually get leaked. It didn't get released. This is a leak, but it is a full game. Bar, online doesn't work currently, but that's pretty much it. We've got the championship mode here. There's also a quick battle, as well as something you're probably gonna like and probably remember from games like Crazy Taxi. That's right, there are mini games here, and these are the one thing in this game that I love more than the championship mode. Don't get me wrong, that is fantastic, but you've got the mini games. This one here, you basically got to shoot a comet out of the sky. Obviously make sure to hit the red boxes, because then it will give you missiles, and then as soon as you hit it, the bar starts to decrease, and you've basically got to do it before it hits Earth. How cool is this? This is where this game really shines. Like I said, this was the one thing that I used to love about Crazy Taxi, and here it is in Propeller Arena. So there's quite a few different challenge maps here, as well as this one. We've got the comic one, which is my favourite. And then you got another one here that is basically collecting 10 blue boxes that basically keep popping out of the lava, as you're about to see. It's not an easy thing to do, but what you have to do is hit those blue boxes and then obviously collect the blue icons that basically come from there. But, all round trying to avoid being hit or crashing into the blimp, the volcano, you name it. Everything really is against you here, and it's not easy. This is really, really hard. But like I said, this is where this game really shines, is the challenge levels. I mean, there are training levels as well, but obviously they're not all that fun. This is where it really shines. The soundtrack's awesome, as you can probably imagine. It basically is a load of 90s sort of bands, early 2000 bands, a bit like we had Offspring and things like that in Crazy Taxi. I mean, these are slightly lesser known bands, let's put it that way, but that doesn't really matter. They've got that same sort of style, which makes it fun, which makes arcade games like this absolutely fantastic. You cannot deny, just looking at this is a game you would have purchased probably day one and played with your friends, tried to beat each other in the challenges, etc. It really, really is so damn awesome. Now, apart from that, there's not really a storyline here at all, but, what you really expect for an arcade game. It basically is just go out and shoot as many people down as you can. Yeah, the difficulty does ramp up, and, it's not to a point where it's, not really playable. It's still very, very fun. You're going to screw up a few times. I flew into a building quite a few times because I just wasn't that damn good, but, yeah, it's really, really awesome. I mean, the controls here are absolutely fantastic. They're fluid, they're responsive. It just feels like it works really, really well. Now, I've not tried this with a rumble pack, but I've heard it works really, really well as well, and really does add more to that immersive style, which is absolutely fantastic. You've also got the cockpit view you can have as well, which is fantastic for those of you who like that more of, being immersed. But for me, I kind of prefer the kind of back or third person aspect, let's call it. I prefer that view, but I think that's, for me personally, the best way to play it. But it's anyone's choice when you're playing it, and like I said, just imagine this if it was online, would have been absolutely fantastic. And I really can't fault this game. It's such a shame it never got released, because this really is a gem for the Sega Dreamcast that you all need to go out and play, because it is just that damn good. Like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you all soon. You can now support the channel on patreon.com/gamesrip, as well as remember to like, comment and subscribe.